But what do you think of sterilizing all these kids that would just grow up to be gay?
I don't answer questions, sorry.
If they're going to be gay, then why do you care about sterilizing them?
Have you read the cast review?
I'm so embarrassed for you.
Have you actually talked to trans people?
Yeah, lots.
Generous people?
This is what I do for a living.
And you just don't believe what they say?
Oh, a lot of them agree with me, actually.
Yeah, you're really just saying words, aren't you?
It's fucking erasure. It's trans erasure. Who's the transphobe now? These people are literally transphobic because they think that trans people have to have a certain opinion. I know it was a fucking convict colony and all of you are descended from literal fucking criminals, but sort your fucking shit out. Oh my god.
Why am I dancing with that trans person?
I've watched quite a few Billboard Chris things. Do I want to watch another one? I could do. You get surrounded in this one. Like, to me, this is another form of censorship, I would say. Make sure you scroll down if you're on a computer. Click the like button right here. To me, this is like censorship. You're trying to block out someone sending a message. Like, why are these people so personally invested in puberty blockers? I'll hazard a guess that for some of them, it's not even about that. It's more when people make these kind of statements, they get lumped into a specific thing that people are against. It's hard to explain. We'll have a look. So there's a Billboard Chris video. They formed a human wall around me to show their love for blocking puberty in children. Creepy.
What is it that makes you feel like a man?
I don't feel like a man.
No,
I just am a man. It's not a feeling.
Do you have feelings?
Your sex is not a feeling.
Do you have feelings?
It's under crisis.
Do you feel things?
It's the explanation for all this.
Do you feel things?
Your sex isn't a feeling.
Do you feel things? Like, okay, that's a... Do you feel like a man? No, not really. Do you feel anything? Like, fucking hell.
No, do you feel things? Do you have emotions?
Yeah, I feel things.
What makes you feel like...
Oh, are you also on the...
Wait. Male isn't an emotion. Like, these people are so crazy, man. Obviously, they're not here for, like, an actual conversation. They see something they get offended by, and it's like, oh my god, I must white knight for the trans people.
Side of this insanity? Are you also on the side of this insanity?
What makes you...
I'm not on the side of insanity, I'm on the side of rational discussion.
Okay, so this is fascinating to me.
No, let me finish my question.
Oh, okay.
Because you feel something, you have some authority to denigrate how other people feel.
Is this denigrating how people feel?
Can you explain?
Who's denigrating anyone here?
You're talking about the inflexibility of identity. You're saying that if people don't feel the way you do, they have to account to you, and you're denigration
Where does it say that?
of their position.
I'm saying there's no right or wrong way to be a girl or a boy.
What?
I'm saying there's no right or...
There's no right or wrong way to be a girl.
No, your way.
Hey,
That's your
Oh, that's
way.
incredible!
Yeah.
He's changed his...
This guy is extremely, he's extremely outraged and... What's the word? I can't remember. Whatever it is. It means that he's right, because he's outraged. That's all there is to it. You just get as outraged as possible. Oh my god, I can't believe you'd say that. Like, that's how you win arguments, totally.
It's mine. Everybody, we've made it. It's okay. You can leave now.
You can go watch any one of my thousands of interviews where I've been saying this forever.
I really don't want to.
You're very confused.
That doesn't actually...
Get off our campus!
Well, now you're also censoring this guy, so... Like, he can't really speak with all this, rabble-rousing behind him.
Because you've said it before.
I'm staying right here. I'm staying right here.
No.
Should I do the Trump?
Let him stay here and embarrass himself.
It's very embarrassing.
You are an embarrassment.
Okay.
If you're an example of what a correctly formed male is.
I don't know how to argue with his stance. Well, they add in a whole bunch of stuff that he never said. It's all this, oh, so what you're basically saying is this. It's all this essentializing bullshit. You know what I mean? So they take a bunch of stuff he isn't saying on here. Oh, so that means you think this and you think that. It's like, well, they're not actually engaging with the actual fucking thing. You know what I mean? He's in a public street. Well, he is. Yeah, that's what he does. These guys always try to feel very secure. Like they're shaking with rage and declare on the side of rationality. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man.
How come you've got all these deficiencies? How come you can't acknowledge...
How come you've got all these deficiencies? Like, He sees this board, instantly he knows everything about this person for sure and can like psychoanalyze him and stuff.
Other people's self-identification. How come you can't dignify all these other people?
Because our sex is not something we identify as, it just is.
Are you a biologist?
No.
Sex is not a binary. That totally deals with anything he just said. Well done. Even though it is a binary also. Like this person, they look confused about their sex, but that doesn't mean that sex is confusing or non-binary. Why are they screaming, get off our campus? Is it near a campus? I don't fucking know. Listen, I don't know. I don't understand these fucking people either. They're all nuts as far as I can tell. They're in a thought cult. They are in a thought cult, yes. And these people will have been seeing every extrapolation of this shit. Someone says this, oh, so you think this, that, and the other? Well, not necessarily, no. And that's the problem. They don't deal with what it says on there. They make all these assumptions based on what it says on there.
What are you?
So you don't believe in science and you don't believe in other
Just like every human...
Do you see what I mean? So you don't believe in science? Like, where did he say any of that? Where did he say that shit?
The history of humanity...
Huh?
I have great experience over my long 49 and a half years of existence, and I'm able to spot a man or...
The billboard thing is a bit loaded. Well, I mean, people feel the need to make a statement. I mean, any way that you do a protest like this, there's going to be positives and negatives. It's a bit like making content. There's positives and negatives to the way that I do things. Like, reacting to things is not the most high quality content in the world, but it means I can watch a lot of different things and put out a lot of different things. You know what I mean? There's positives and negatives to any way of protesting. And that's what this is. He's protesting. You know what I mean?
a woman. It's incredible.
No, but that's actually just cynical. If you speak to me with a bit of respect.
You think you need to be a biologist?
Has he been disrespectful? This guy's like delusional. It's like they're having two different conversations. This is like...
How come you can't dignify all these other people?
Because our sex is not something we identify as. It just is.
Are you a biologist?
No.
What are you?
So you don't believe in science and you don't believe in other
Just like
people's...
every human for the history of humanity, I have great experience.
I have to pause 2 videos. Hang on, Jesus Christ, I might have to stop using that just because of it's a pain in the ass. They aren't having a conversation. Billboard Man is trying, but these people are regurgitating a bunch of talking points. If I was like, yeah, exactly. They don't really know how to they don't really know how to engage with stuff like this. And the problem is difficult to engage with this because the use of puberty blockers for children is extremely contentious and based on not amazing evidence. So they're on a very weak foot if they engage directly. So they have to engage indirectly by assuming all this other stuff that they've put together in their heads or that they've seen elsewhere on Twitter or that some dipshit on YouTube has spouted out in a way of like wrecking these fucking arguments, even though when you actually think about it for any length of time, they haven't wrecked shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a fucking problem.
Over my long 49 and a half years of existence, and I'm able to spot a man or a woman. It's incredible.
No, but that's actually just cynical. If you speak to me with a bit of respect.
You think you need to be a biologist to know what a man or a woman is?
No, you're very cynical. If you belong to a church, then everything's circumscribed. You don't have to ask any questions.
You can't protest on campus. There's no protest allowed. But this is part of the campus. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Security is here.
I'm not touching it.
We're allowed to talk to this person.
Yeah, but you can't protest on campus.
Hey, listen, he's at least fucking... Fair enough, man. Slightly more respect for this guy saying that.
Campus if you're not
Hey, Inksetcher, I hope you're good.
from the university.
Good thing I'm not on campus.
Yeah, I'm from the university.
Are you in a position of authority to stop a conversation?
Well, these are the university rules. I'd like to actually, the security guy.
Yes, I've already spoken with police and security. Thank you.
Police have literally been here.
So did they? I don't understand because we've tried to have lots of protests on campus, like around here.
I'm not even protesting. I'm having conversations.
He is protesting, to be clear. This is a protest.
Well, I mean,
No, you're here to antagonize people. And when they respond, you say, in my 49 years of experience...
See, the way they talk for people. Why speak for someone like that? That's not fair. That's not, like, good faith or whatever. Again, I've had this, like, over and over. Oh, it must be this, that, and the other, because I have this, that, and the other opinion. Like, fuck off with that shit. Like, people need to, like, normalize shaming this kind of shit on site. You know what I mean?
He's a dickhead.
Well, you think you have to be a biologist to know what a man or a woman is.
Ooh.
9 years of experience as a dickhead.
Well, you think you have to be a biologist to know what a man or a woman is.
I think you need to know about biology and you need to know about rational explanations.
Like what? Tell me.
What you're explaining to me.
Yeah, how come people are able to like reproduce without being a biologist? A man still knows who to fuck in order to like make babies. Somehow they still fucking do it. He's kind of a master at making people upset by doing nothing. I mean, it's a loaded statement. It's you're going to get reactions, say something like this. Is this guy going around asking credentials to everyone? Are you a trained baker? Are you a mechanic? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, they only do this when it's convenient. Like the amount of times you'll hear, oh, well, this person isn't trained in this, that, or the other. But then when it's turned back on the other person, it's like, suddenly it doesn't matter. The amount of non-biologists who'll talk about how this, that, or the other person isn't a biologist. But yet they're still also weighing in on the same fucking subject when they have no more right or no more qualification to be talking about this shit than anyone else. Most people are fucking laymen. That's fine. Laymen are in fact allowed to have opinions on things. You're more likely to be wrong about something, I guess, but that's not even necessarily true. Plenty of these people take this kind of complex shit way too fucking far and insist that everything is the most complicated thing ever and that no one fully understands it. So therefore the answer must be that sex is not binary and actually there's 70,000 different sexes or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah, listen, the calm interlocutor versus the angry fucking freak is a very good tactic. Like, if you're the one staying calm and the other person's getting angry, you look good. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. That's why it's a great tactic in a debate, especially if you're talking to someone that you know might tend to get angry. You know what I mean? Like, all you have to do is stay calm. And at least on some level, you're going to look like the sane one. And that other person's going to look insane. Obviously, it depends what you're talking about, what you're saying, and so on. But it's a very effective tactic.
So ignore me. Tell all the people at home watching this. What does it mean to be a man or a woman?
We won't be part
All the people watching
I'm going to be on Scientology TV. Fuck off. Fuck off. That's all I've got to say.
Stay classy.
Wait, who's talking about propaganda while people are holding up signs and like wearing the fucking map flag?
What does it mean to be a man or a woman?
We won't be part
All the people watching
I'm going to be on Scientology TV. Fuck off. Fuck off. That's all.
They're talking about propaganda. You're holding up this and holding up that. Like, wow, you could not look more indoctrinated with your fucking buzz cuts and your extremely female voices if you tried.
All I've got to say.
Stay classy.
It's like fucking Hare Krishnas. Instead of bald, they just have like this much hair. That's what it looks like to me sometimes.
I don't dignify your fucking opinions.
Anything else?
I don't dignify your opinions, yet I'm stood here talking to you. Retarded.
I think you're a provocateur, but when you actually speak, you've got nothing to say other than there's a man and a woman, and there's no wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of the standard. That's the standard argument based on what we know about humanity. So if you're going to say sex is non-binary or there's more than two sexes, you kind of do have to bring some evidence to back that up, because the general consensus and the accepted wisdom is that there are two sexes. Like, sorry about it. You know what I mean?
Wrong way to be a man or no wrong way to be a woman.
True.
But you can't cross.
That's right. You can't change your sex.
No one else forbids it. Well, you can't cross it.
I mean, you can affirm a delusion if you want.
No, it's not.
But I'm not going to affirm delusions when children are being maimed and sterilized and turned into lifelong pharmaceutical patients.
No children have been maimed and sterilized.
Decades of research saying that.
See, they just don't know.
Decades of research saying what? They're like desperate. This person sounds desperate. Oh no, don't listen to don't listen to him. You might think that there's only two sexes. No, there's decades of research that actually there's 72 different ways of reproducing and 68 different genders. Like, fuck off, bro.
No children have been maimed and sterilized.
Decades of research saying that.
See, they just don't know. They just don't know.
Listen, if a woman with short hair is telling you there's decades of research showing that sex isn't a binary, you can rest assured that the research does not say anywhere near what they're saying here. I'm sorry. If you're a woman with short hair, I'm sorry if you're offended. Some of you are fine, but these people are giving you a bad name. Sorry about it.
I'm working in this place. So embarrassing.
What do we not know?
He's not talking to me.
Why would you waste your life?
Oh, I'm happy to talk with you.
Yeah.
I just don't talk to two people at the same time.
I'm happy to talk to you. Suddenly they don't want to.
I already did. You keep looking away from me. So he's done. I know he's done. That's embarrassing.
I'm so embarrassed.
You try. I tried talking.
This person right here just saying the same thing over and over. You know what this reminds me of?
I've got a lot of money to bet on this. I've got a lot of money to bet on this. I've got a lot of money to bet on this. I've got a lot of money to bet on this. Come on! I've got a lot of money to bet on this. I've got a lot of money to bet on this. I've got a lot of money to bet on this. I've got a lot of money to bet on this.
I'm so embarrassed for you. Yeah, but I'm so embarrassed for you. Yeah, but I'm actually so embarrassed for you. Actually, I'm so embarrassed for you. That meme with the TRA saying read a book and the other has John Money History. Yeah. They never specify which book.
To speak to someone who can articulate what you were asking me to explain.
I've been speaking with people here for a couple hours.
No, but there's someone here that you've obviously ignored.
Yeah, so you go on.
Shut your gob and listen to someone.
Oh, okay.
With a bit of authority on the topic.
Oh, authority.
This person has authority based on what? They look about 12.
Good stuff.
There's decades of research. There's decades of research that sex is not binary. It's a spectrum.
What are the other sexes?
What research? Like, what the fuck are they talking about?
There's many intersex traits, so sex variation.
Yeah, intersex doesn't mean there's more than two sexes. Most intersex people fit within male or female. According to plenty of people, having PCOS makes you fucking intersex. There's only one sex that can have PCOS. Funny that.
Variations of sex characteristics.
So intersex is an umbrella term?
Correct.
For people with a variety of disorders of sexual development?
Disorders is not the word. It is variation, natural biological variation.
We call them
natural variation for like genetic abnormalities and mistakes. Who cares if it's called a disorder?
DSDs, disorders of sexual development. And do you know what's interesting about that? Wow, this is...
Like, interestingly enough, often these things affect people negatively. You don't want to call it a disorder because it's like, oh, well, we can't treat anything as being negative. It's like some things are fucking negative. I'm sorry.
Fun. Every single person with one of these different DSDs are still male or female.
That is actually factually incorrect.
You're a researcher. You should go Google it.
But that's what I'm saying. As a researcher, I know there's decades of research suggesting that there is not the case.
Mate, you haven't even been alive for decades. Like, what are you talking about?
These are people with Klinefelter syndrome, for example.
What they intersex, actually.
What sex are people with Klinefelter syndrome?
Intersex. I just told.
That's just completely wrong. You're a researcher. Why call yourself a researcher? What an actual retard. You don't know anything about this. Like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing, man. It literally is so embarrassing. Literally, it's so embarrassing because fucking Klinefelter is a male thing. You're a male if you have fucking Klinefelters. How the fuck do you not know that?
Told you.
All right, so everyone watching at home, please go Google Klinefelter syndrome. Even Google and Wikipedia will tell you. They're all male.
If they identify as...
Those are the people that approach him are so dumb. Yeah. I mean, to be clear, a lot of people that do street debates, street interviews, or like online debates, call-ins or whatever, I think some of them definitely bank on that kind of thing. But I guess he's showing that like there's a lot of ignorance around this subject. And a lot of like indoctrination. And a lot of the people that come to talk to him won't even talk to him about what the thing is. Like, what does this say about intersex? Absolutely nothing.
Male, that's gender. That's different to sex.
No, it's not. They're all male.
If they
Google Klinefelter syndrome. Even Google and Wikipedia will tell you. They're all male.
If they identify as male, that's gender. That's...
Oh, this person is actually fucking fucked in the head. This is actually like terrifying. Is this what the next academics are going to be like? These people? So fucking confident in how utterly wrong they are? Like, that's gender identity. Well, we're talking about sex. He was talking about sex the entire time. You can't just run off to gender identity whenever it suits you. That's what it feels like so many people do. They use this like sex and gender are different things argument as a way of just running away from one to the other when it suits them. but often just ignoring sex completely. Can't even get them to admit that transgender women are definitionally male, sexed. You know what I mean? Oh, it's crazy. The average person only believes that their emotions are stopping and challenging their ideas. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. They conflate them whenever it's convenient. Whenever someone makes a point that you can't really refute, such as people with Klinefelter syndrome are male, they run off to gender. Oh, well, you're talking about their gender now. No, he's fucking not. Like, what fucking sex are you? You probably couldn't fucking tell me.
Different sex.
No, it's not about identifying. It's what their sex is.
They're a person with Klinefelter syndrome.
Sorry,
the researcher. She's a
yeah. They're males. They're men. Researcher. What have you been researching exactly? Fucking super hulock. That's what it looks like you've been fucking researching, mate.
Researcher.
Can I interrupt for 1 second?
Yeah.
Is it true that you don't believe in the veracity of research done by people with a lot of expertise and a lot of knowledge that you don't possess?
What's this fucking question? It's going to depend on the person, no? It's going to depend on what they're doing. They play this shell game with sex and gender to fit their narrative. 100% agree, yes.
Expertise?
No.
Expertise? I just asked her what sex people with Klinefelter syndrome are.
I'm asking you.
And she told me they're intersex. She doesn't even know they're male, so where's the expertise?
You don't actually know what it's like to study this and look at thousands of cases.
Mate, I've looked into it a little bit. I'm not an expert by any means. Not very complicated. Why doesn't he just bring it up on his fucking phone or something?
And look at the...
So she sits in a room in the university here, and that makes her some authority, right?
This is the basis of his argument, which is that academic inquiry...
I'm going to speak for you again. This is all he does. You're just going to speak for this person. You don't actually want a conversation. So why even bother? Free card Monty's guy. Yeah, true.
Inquiry has no value.
I love this appeal to authority fallacy. It's fun. And what else you got?
No. Authority is intellectual authority because you've actually gone through the material enough that you understand how it works.
Yeah, I guess I haven't read anything.
Well, clearly you... Sorry, I'll let you go.
Have you read the Cast Review?
Ganked. Oh, this is what you deserve and more.
Anything?
Enough. That you understand how it works.
Yeah, I guess I haven't read anything.
Yeah, I haven't actually read anything. I just know this shit.
Clearly you... Sorry.
Clearly...
I'll let you go.
Have you read the Cast Review?
If you're going to ask...
Oh, the problem is... Do you know what sucks? These people all write the Cast Review off as like politically motivated, which... I don't know. You're going to be able to make arguments. To me, it doesn't invalidate the science. But these people are all going to say that it does somehow. And it sucks. Like, you can't be an honest, like, fucking person and talk about the Cast Review if you're on this side of the aisle, unfortunately. Why does no one understand intersex conditions? Well, because everything has to be an identity and everything has to be... You have to have some kind of agency of what your identity is, even though intersex is, like, a bunch of traits that are what you are and not what you identify as, but... These people are like fucked in the head, and it might not even be their fault. You know what I mean? Might not even be their fault that they're like this. Unfortunately, they're being taught this kind of shit, and it's not helpful. It's not helpful to teach people a bunch of shit that doesn't fucking exist, or doesn't exist anywhere near in the way that they're claiming it does. But it's pseudoscience that's aimed at satiating people's feelings. Ultimately,
ask about that. There's so
Have you read the systematic review from Finland?
It's not been debunked at all. You can disagree or agree. Most of the conclusions are actually quite sensible. You can say it's politically motivated. It still comes to a lot of very sensible conclusions. They're still advocating for more like care, both for trans people and detrans people. So it's like, okay, well, I honestly wonder if it would be a good idea to take some of the conclusions from the Cast Review and say, well, that's what they're saying. Do you not like that kind of thing? He pulled a gun. Nice. Alec Runter. Yeah, I don't know. These people cannot be honest about the Cast Review, unfortunately.
So have you looked at the research from Canada?
It's debunked. Yeah,
looked at the research from Canada?
They actually just conducted 2 systematic reviews, which
are you cherry picking?
Fell in my favor.
Out of
cherry picking. Here we go. That's what everyone does, though. The correct answer really is that there's a heck of a lot of research that contradicts each other. So are we not going to say there isn't really that much of a consensus on a lot of trans healthcare, especially when it comes to kids? We should be able to calmly debate as adults if the research is not truly on their side. Well, yeah, but these people are emotionally invested, aren't they? This person probably identifies as this, that, or the other. As if that fucking matters for anything.
Like,
there have only been 2.
Many?
No, we're talking about systematic reviews. Do you know what those are?
Yes, I do know what they are.
What is it?
Have you actually talked to the current Tenenbaum, who's from Canada, who's done this for decades, and looks...
Yeah, this is fucking cherry picking. How are you going to accuse him of cherry picking? Yeah, well, what about this person that I think is good? Well, yeah, but you're in a thought cult. Any sane person would not trust your judgment a huge amount with this. Oh, what, we're trying to gaslight people into thinking that only fucking trans people, aka mostly just women with short hair, are allowed to talk about this subject.
At sex and gender across decades of research.
What's gender, I wonder?
Is your identity relative to the norms of your society that you work with? It's related to, it's much broader than...
If gender's an identity, then how come clothes are gendered? How come so many other things are gendered? How come the fucking soap or shower gel or shampoo you buy is fucking gendered? Does all of that have an identity? No, it's like... Gender is like a societal thing. It's not an identity. It's not an innate thing in anyone. It kind of is like a religion, yeah. It's difficult to make those arguments.
Just be explained in one word, but it's how you identify, basically. And I know you're going to...
Gender is not how you identify. Like, to me, it's just the social, cultural aspects of sex, and it's, like, derived from sex. So you can identify more with, like, the masculine or the feminine. But, like... It's something you can identify with, but it's not something that is an identity in and of itself, if that makes sense.
Refute that, but it depends on your culture, it depends on where you live, the people around you, what you identify with, the way you express is relevant to your gender identity as well.
So what's our gender identity based on? Like, what is it that makes a girl a boy? Like, what are some examples?
Have you actually talked to trans people?
Yeah, lots.
Generous people?
This is what I do for a living.
And you just don't believe what they say?
Oh, a lot of them agree with me, actually.
Yeah, you're really...
Yeah, some of us do, actually. You're going to gaslight all trans people that don't think this fucking way? You're going to gaslight all of us right now? Is that what's going to happen? Who's the transphobe now?
And you just don't believe what they say?
Oh, a lot of them agree with me, actually.
Yeah, you're really just saying words, aren't you?
They're not...
There we go. I don't exist. Here we go. It's fucking erasure. It's trans erasure. Who's the transphobe now?
Oh, a lot of them agree with me, actually.
Yeah, you're really just saying words.
Does this fucking retard really not think that plenty of trans people are not down with transitioning children? It's not so uncommon as you'd think that trans people will kind of balk at this and think that maybe it's an adult decision. But hey, listen, none of us exist according to this person. This person's a researcher and an expert with a trademark against it. So they know better than I do. I actually don't exist. I'm a figment of all of your imagination. You're all hallucinating me right now. You can't see me. You can't perceive me. You just think that you can. Because I don't exist as a trans person that agrees with Billboard Chris. Because Miss Expert, sorry, I didn't mean to misgender you, said so. How nice. Yeah, that is literally transphobia. It's hilarious. These people are literally transphobic. Because they think that trans people have to have a certain opinion. I've seen it over and over and over again. That's the actual transphobia. And it's hilarious how many of these people don't fucking understand this. And you point it out, and people just don't, it just fries people's brains. They don't understand how it can be a bit transphobic. I mean, fucking hell. If you go up to a black person who is a Republican, and you tell them, oh, well, you can't be black because black people would only vote Democrat. Isn't that kind of racist? So how is it not, like, transphobic to say what this person just fucking said? You know what I mean? You'd probably say I'm not really trans. Well, the thing is, I don't identify as trans because I don't identify as anything. I just am what I am. So plenty of people don't think I'm trans. But I am trans. I fucking transitioned. What more do you want me to do? To be part of this shit. That's just who I am. I'm sorry, man. Utterly crazy. There we go. We found real transphobe spotted. There we go. There we go. That's actually transphobic as fuck. Black people got a lot to say to, there's lots of like conservative black people on like YouTube and stuff like that. If you were to say, oh, you can't be a real black person if you support Trump or you've voted Republican, then that's pretty fucking racist, no? But it's fine to do this because this person is woke and thinks that Klinefelter is a fucking identity or some shit.
Birds, aren't you?
They're not a monolith. They're not. You can't just lump all people into one group.
There we go. So how can you question that some of them agree with him? Utter moron.
And say they all believe the same thing.
What's a monolith? Of course, the cohort of people.
Still, she realized, but she's still like grinning and stuff. Still doesn't really understand like the gravity of what she said there. You're a transphobe. You're actually fucked up in the head.
Can't be a monolith.
Yeah.
A monolith is normally made of stone.
Guess what's diverse?
And sits in a square. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's also a fig.
Guess we're diverse. That means you were wrong and you were actually quite transphobic and offensive. But you won't even admit to that. You just change track. Oh, now I'm going to make this argument and just completely ignore.
Figurative term for it, but that's fine.
Figurative language.
So when we look at the most used reason.
This fucking retard, monoliths are normally made of stones. They have to argue with something. They have to pick something that they can fucking bicker with him about, even if it's got fuck all to do with the actual subject. And this fucking retard still hasn't understood what a transphobic piece of shit she actually fucking is.
Resource in the world for defining.
Look at them like smiling, like fucking hell.
Gender identity. It's this cute little image of a gingerbread man called the genderbread person. Have you seen it?
It is one way of portraying it in a way for people to understand, yes.
Yeah. So it defines our gender identity as being based on our personality, our job, our hobbies, our likes and dislikes.
That's not what it says.
Our roles
That's
and expectations.
not what it says.
We'll bring it up right now. Bring up version 4.0.
Press sigh.
Cool.
There's a post. Here we go.
Okay.
Personality traits, jobs, hobbies, likes, dislikes, roles, expectations. You're welcome.
So how they
Ganked. You're a transphobe and you're ganked. Well done.
fit within gender identity, that's what they're saying.
Do you think
that's your interpreting?
That's their definition of gender identity right there. Do you think our job determines our gender?
It
seems a bit
fits
regressive
within-
and sexist to me.
Oh, they're going to say something sexist now. Transphobic, sexist. What else you got? What else you got, short stuff? Come on.
I feel like you're picking one thing as part of this broader explanation of how these things form identity.
So 2 minutes ago you told me it doesn't say that. Now I show you it says that, and now you're trying to make excuses again.
No, I'm saying talk about broader identity.
Yeah, change the subject. Move on to a different track. Every single time. I fucking hate people like this. Where like, someone's trying to argue something, and you shut that one down. They don't acknowledge that they were wrong, or that maybe they should rethink what they just said. No, it's just straight onto the next track. Straight onto the next track. No acknowledgement of the fact they were fucking wrong about something. I hate people who do this.
Gender identity. Gender identity. On a spectrum of maleness to femaleness.
Or she's fucking dunking on herself. Like, I don't know, man. Once again, we're proving who the real transphobes are. We're proving who the real, like, sexists are.
Based on personality, jobs, hobbies, likes, dislikes, roles, expectations.
So
Can I explain something?
Yeah.
Why can't they just admit they're right? It's a fucking thing that a lot of people are like. You've got these like notions in your head, and it's not just fucking gender retards that do this. You get fucking Trumpers and fucking Democrat shills and fucking leftists, rightists, all kinds of fucking cultist freak fucks. They can't admit they're wrong. They're like too fucking deeply programmed. So it's just, well, move on to the next track, and then move on to the next track. And like, fucking hell. They're right, we're just ignorant. Yeah. They're right, we're ignorant, and I don't actually exist.
Real quick.
Oh, sure.
Okay, the way that women, how like they behave or how they can be read in a job, in...
Yeah, that is a really insufferable way of arguing. Like, if you're wrong about something, just fucking admit it. It's okay. Not everyone's right all the time. And like, it makes you sound a bit dishonest. Because it's like, well, what else are you wrong about? Now I'm losing trust in you because you won't just accept that maybe something was wrong there. And that maybe you should rethink this, that, or the other. When people do that, I just start thinking more and more, well, this person's probably full of shit on a whole load of other stuff. So like, at what point am I just not going to bother with you anymore? You know what I mean? So I don't think it's a good way of arguing.
a hobby and how they're read by other people in that space varies. How we interact with each other in that space will vary depending on what you identify as and how other people read you.
So what does your role in society have to do with your gender identity?
I don't think you should be here spreading your hate.
Oh, okay.
Spreading hate. Yes, no, maybe we should fill all the children with puberty blockers. All the children should just get they should just go through puberty when they're like emotionally ready to do so. That's a better idea, definitely. Just like what's her face wants, Helen Weberly, you know what I mean?
Duly noted.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
We've been over it, unfortunately. The footpath is public property.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Can we just ask?
The way that women are interacted with in jobs, in hobbies, in life, that absolutely depends on how you identify and how you develop.
No, it doesn't. Your identity starts and ends in your head. How you express yourself, maybe, like your gender expression can affect that kind of thing. Not your gender identity. Your gender identity doesn't fucking change shit. It doesn't change your biology. It doesn't change how people perceive you. Unless that's the only thing you will fucking ever talk about, in which case it might, because people might find you extremely tedious and somewhat self-centered. Your identity begins and ends in your head.
How other people, how you connect with other people.
So you strongly disagreed with that definition a minute ago, which you should, because it's very regressive and sexist.
I'm saying
but now you're trying to justify
your
it.
interpretation is different to my interpretation of what that poster says.
Oh, okay.
And why are you even arguing with him then? You just think differently about things. Is that not good?
Okay, so it says your gender identity is based on your job, for example. How does your job determine your gender?
That's not what I interpret it as.
Oh, you think job means something different there?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say to you.
What is it?
That's not what he's trying. Oh, you think job means something different? No, that's not what you meant to say, man.
It means that if you are a woman in a job, you have a different way of experiencing the world.
Yeah, but that's talking about sex. A woman in a job. Generally, we're talking about sex when we talk about that kind of thing. Things like the pay gap, things like women not potentially having as many opportunities as men, depending, like, I don't know how deep I am into, like, the feminist shit, but, like, we're talking about, like, women, not fucking what you identify as. Like, fucking hell. I don't know, man. I've had plenty of jobs. Going around identifying as a mule deer hasn't actually changed anything about that.
That a man in that job. That's what it's saying.
Okay, it also says your hobbies determine your gender identity.
Thing. The way you interact, like how you engage in a hobby as a woman is different to how you engage as a man. Different if you're...
Yeah, we're talking about sex again. There's only two suddenly. Suddenly there's women and men. Holy shit.
Transgender, if you're, depending on who you are. Same with how we all connect with each other.
Oh, it says your personality determines your gender identity.
Don't feed the trolls.
Yeah, I know. I just...
Is that the polite way of saying you're a fucking retard and you need to stop enabling this person? You're fucking this up for everyone. You're not as smart as you think you are, and you said something deeply transphobic like 3 minutes ago.
I just, felt like it.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily take stand here, but I do feel this starting as not a real good platform to
Are you trans?
carry out healthy discussion.
We need a structured debate, not...
But you think we should sterilize kids?
We need structured debates, which none of you people ever fucking show up to.
Money's back.
I don't understand what you're...
They're all just fucking Katie Montgomerys. We need to do more debates. And then if someone's like asking you for how to call in and stuff, just don't acknowledge them. Brilliant. Amazing. Well done, all of you. Fucking slow hand clap for all the fucking retards on screen right now. Well done, all of you. Australia is fucking fucked.
What do you mean by that question? What's that got to do with your distasteful ideology?
My advice
Kids are being sterilized.
Yeah, again, distasteful ideology. What are we talking about here? What ideology?
With puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones.
Which ones?
Ignore.
When you start children
Are you rejecting their humanity and their choice?
So if you don't put trans kids on hormones, you're rejecting their humanity. What are these people on? This is like the most oblivion NPC shit I've ever seen in my life. What are these fucking dialogue trees? What the fuck is happening in Australia? You people need to fucking sort your shit out. I know it was a fucking convict colony, And all of you are descended from literal fucking criminals, but sort your fucking shit out. Oh my God.
In their own body?
No, I'm saying children are beautiful just as they are. No drugs or scalpels needed.
But you're not them.
And you guys are saying
you
we
them?
need to
There's plenty of British people I know better.
sterilize and name children.
Are you them? What gives you the right to speak for them?
Well, because I'm in touch with reality.
Literally, children cannot consent to puberty blockers. Your fucking parents have to do it. This is just a statement of fact. Like, fucking hell, what is this guy's fucking deal? Like, I see your hair is receded. I didn't realize your brain went with it. Fuck me, man.
But what gives you the right to speak for them?
And this fucking loser. Well, just stop talking to me more. Yeah, we gotta stop talking to you. Now, we don't wanna be debating with the man.
They're children. Do you have children?
Yeah,
I do.
How old?
Old enough. They know their own body better than I.
Old enough for what?
And you teach them they might have been born in the wrong one?
My children will discover that when it's appropriate for them.
How can a child be born in the wrong body?
What gives you the right to choose for that? What gives you the right to speak for my children?
Well, mate, the law says they can't consent to this.
I'm not here speaking for your children. I'm here having conversations.
This guy,
Male in a Taylor Swift t-shirt. This will go well.
he's clearly got making enough money off of this content to fly from Canada again. I think the best thing we can do is to all stop engaging with this nonsense. Form a line right in front of him.
Smartest thing I've heard all day.
Tell everyone.
Yeah, what you're saying is censor this person.
Everyone, don't talk to this transphobic idiot, and then he won't have any content. He'll have to go home. So who was?
And then the video goes up anyway and has 60k views. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you, buddy. Unlucky.
With me, who wants to stand in front of him? No, that's exactly right. So let's just stand around in a circle. Let's not say jack shit to him. Face away. Ignore him, because the one thing that he's afraid of is us ignoring him.
Sure, about 3 hours of content.
Yeah.
Just vote. We can do a circle all around.
3 hours of content. They made so many videos out of this. And now someone's like, oh, we're going to stop you making content. It's a bit fucking late for that, bro.
Yeah, I do have to go, actually.
Really?
I'm actually...
That'd be great.
Yeah. I'm speaking with the Australian Christian lobby.
Yeah, how many, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is this in the same place? Yeah, it is, yeah. How many fucking videos? It's a bit late, bro. It's a bit late. If you don't agree and stop engaging, like, just walk away. Yeah, just walk away.
Tonight.
Exciting.
And she's got a meeting as well.
Wow, you're big time, aren't you?
I've met with 20 senators and MPs since I've been here as well. That was fun. They all got it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'd like to know who they are.
Yeah. Even a Green Party member. What was the Green...
I'll just hold it above you. What are you going to do? Start jumping?
Green Party member's name?
Am I?
Yeah, normally they're the trans party, but even one of those guys gets it. Hey,
I would never approach someone protesting something I don't believe in, especially if they're filming. Well, I mean, if you do, like, ask a couple of questions and stuff, but, like, don't soy out the way these people have. Don't, like, out yourself. Like that one girl with the short hair, the Asian girl. Like, literally pushing, like, transphobic tropes that trans people have to think a certain way, which I've heard so much of. And they don't realize how fucking transphobic that shit is. Like, don't out yourself, you know what I mean?
I got a question for you.
Just turn away.
I don't have an answer for you.
Turn away.
That's all right.
So, historically...
He looks really sweaty from this angle, doesn't he? It's not very flattering.
Historically, a lot of these kids with...
Oh, wow, found the school bully. Peaked in high school, there we go.
Gender dysphoria, a majority grew up to be gay.
Doesn't want rational...
And more than 80% of them saw their gender dysphoria
They keep turning around engaging anyway, fucking morons.
desist when they went through puberty. The cure was actually puberty itself. Now we block the cure. But what do you think of sterilizing all these kids that would just grow up to be gay?
I don't answer questions, sorry. If they're going to be gay, then why do you care about sterilizing them?
Yeah, they got...
Then why do you care about
sterilizing all these kids that would just grow up to be gay?
I don't answer questions, sorry. If they're going to be gay, then why do you care about sterilizing?
If they're going to be gay, then why do you care about sterilizing them? Again, these people are just outing themselves. Gay people want kids too. Gay people can still reproduce. Maybe they don't do it in the same way that straight people do it. They still might want to have kids someday. So it's fine to take their choice away to have their own children? Because they might be gay? I don't know about that, bro. But then most of these people are about 12 and they don't want kids themselves, even though they don't know how they're going to feel in 10 or 20 years. Because they're all 12-year-olds. Like, this is just a very old-looking 12-year-old, I guess.
Yeah, they
just fucking out themselves, like desperately trying to own this guy. They just make themselves seem like terrible people instead.
Nothing. It's pretty cultish here, isn't it?
And what do you do for a living?
This.
I do this.
You do a great job, Chris.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Ignorance is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, can I have a photo of you?
Yeah, that's this.
You do a great job, Chris.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Ignorance is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, can I have a photo of you?
Well, everyone, I want to thank you all for the engagement. I'm sorry you have been indoctrinated by this indoctrination
I love being
station.
trans rights.
But I do have things to do.
Things.
Please do a little research.
Your hate won't win. That's my job. Your hate won't win.
And remember, children are beautiful just as they are. No drugs.
Oh, it's the so embarrassing woman again. Oh, it's so embarrassing. I have nothing to say except how embarrassing it is. Okay, bro.
Or scalpels needed. I love you all. Have a great day.
Yeah, go back to the stock market, cockhead.
I did do that for a while.
Yeah, there we go. Crazy. Why are they circling him? So that people can't see the billboard. It's basically censorship, is what it is. But yeah, it's hilarious. Someone finally, stop talking to him. It's a bit late, bro. How many videos did he make on this like street corner in Melbourne? There's fucking loads of them. Nuts. I mean, they're really behaving like Scientologists when you question them, and they appear in numbers doing the same thing. Well, yeah. It's crazy. At least they aren't attacking him, but then again, he's not a woman. Jesus. Well, I think there was a woman with him. Like, the billboard man has found a billboard woman, which I'm happy for him. Well done. Listen, billboard people need love too. Billboard people need their own families. But yeah, these people are fucking insane. And will out themselves as actually being kind of homophobic. Saying that who cares if gay people get sterilized. Come out as transphobic. Oh, well, trans people can't agree with you. Well, I don't know. I guess I don't exist then. I'm gone. I'm not here. You can't see me. You can't perceive me. You just think you can. Because some fucking woman with short hair said so. And they know everything about everything, as we all know. But yeah, I don't know. Something to think about, I guess. You're trans and you don't think with the hive mind. Do you exist? According to some people, no. I find that transphobic personally, but apparently that's a minority opinion in the trans community, which sucks. Because I think diversity of thought is a good thing. Or at least it certainly can be. Anyway, I need to stop. My partner's home and I want to spend time with her. So I'm going to do that. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you check the links in my description. You can follow me on Patreon, etc. How's the stream going? It's been fun. I'm going to stop now though. You got to admit there is a homophobic tinge to the trans ideology. Well, they probably won't admit it, but they continue to out themselves as kind of homophobic and kind of transphobic. So it's, I don't know, man. They don't have to admit it because they're literally telling us. Like, believe people when they speak. Believe people when they tell you, you know.